Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. Welcome back to the stream. Hi, happy Monday. It's Monday, April 11th today, and I'm back. I needed a week off. Sometimes depression hits when you're not prepared, and then you just need a week to be a complete and total vegetable. So that's what happened. I mostly did nothing productive. I mean, I did some productive things, but I mostly was a sad excuse for a human for the last week. I'm feeling better today. I showered, which is important. I mean, I didn't get low enough that, I was still brushing my teeth every day, but, I definitely wasn't washing my face every day. You know what I mean? I was doing my best to drink water every day. It took all of my energy just to do the bare minimum of self-care, so I had no additional energy to be a human being. So, sorry, I missed you, but, it happens. Yes, it is a crystal. It's a quartz. It's a pointed quartz. My friend gave it to me last summer. I really like it too. It makes me feel powerful. Okay, let's see who's here this morning. By the way, good morning. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit the like button on your way in because we've been gone a week, so YouTube forgot I existed, literally. Sid, good morning. Goblin, good morning. Bee's here, good morning. So glad to catch you live. I hope everyone's having a nice day, and if not, I hope it gets better. Yes, same. I support that sentiment. Like as you come in, y'all, totally, Sid, do so. Maggie, good morning. Missed you all. Missed you too. And Sid, same though. Last week was just generally rough. Yeah, it was a little rough. Hey there, Alex. Good morning. Maggie, I was depressed for 2 weeks these past 2 weeks. Non-stop sleeping and not getting out of bed. I blame the weather and birth control. Yeah, I wish I could blame... Well, I guess I can blame the weather. I can't really blame birth control because I don't have birth control that affects me. That being said... Whew, this has been a rough one. I'm still in it, but I've decided I'm not going to stay in bed for another week. It didn't help. So I decided instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up, I'm going to visit my friends, I'm going to visit my family, I'm going to hang out with you guys, I'm going to wear clothes. Look at me, I put clothes on today. Not going to lie. Last week I didn't change my clothes very much. Woke up in the morning, put on new socks and underwear, and then the same pair of sweatpants and the same t-shirt I had been wearing. It was not a high point as far as, me feeling good about myself, but I did cut my hair. Can you tell? You should be able to tell. There's, this much gone. I kept the hair, just in case there's, a witch reason for it, but I cut my hair off. I cut the long part of my mullet. I just put my hair in a ponytail and then cut it to the longest, layer from my mullet. And now my mullet is gone, and I have a cute little long bob. It's all the same length now, except for the front part of the mullet, obviously, this hair. But other than this top piece, all of this hair is all the same length now. So, not a professional. I literally just took my craft scissors and put my hair in a ponytail and cut what was longer than the rest. That's how you do it. Hey there, Migdalia, and good morning, Candace. Nice to see you as well. And Mary Grace, it looks so healthy, thank you. Good morning. And Frida, good morning. Good afternoon, nice to see you. Hey, there's 19 of you. Don't forget to click the like button. I only see 6 likes. Click the like, click the like, click the like. YouTube forgot I was here, so you have to remind them via likes. So some good things did happen while I was away, one of which actually happened yesterday. My friend and I went down to the beach. We went down to the edge of Lake Ontario, and we collected rocks, which is very good for a soul healing exercise, I would say. And I'm going to show you some of my favorites that I got. I also came very close to finishing Diane's skeleton. I got a little bit overwhelmed, and I folded up the rest of the bones in some fabric and then put it away. So I'm not finished Diane, but do you want to see how far I got on her? Because she looks pretty cool. I filmed some of it because I was enjoying putting the puzzle together. Let me show her to you. check this chicken out. This is how far I got on Miss Diane. She's got one wing. She's got both of her legs. I don't have her toes all finished, but I do have her legs done. Her whole head and neck is finished. Body looking great. Tail all done. And one wing finished. We've got one bone, hand, fingers, all that. So I need to do the other wing. Is she balanced? No. So she's not balanced. She's leaning. She lives in the tree right now because I haven't found anything nearly big enough to put her in. I have been going to thrift stores. I've been looking online. Cloches don't really come this large. And I don't know what I'm going to end up having to do because when she's standing, she'll be standing on one foot and then she'll have a support. So she's kind of like taking a step. But she's, how tall is she? Let me get a ruler. She is 11 inches at the shoulder. 11 plus another 8. So she's like 16 inches tall right now, which is a bit tall. I haven't found any cloche that would work big enough. Well, we have one of those things and it's not that big. It's not big enough, Frida. One of those lemonade things for at a party. It's not big enough. And also, she's also quite wide because of the wing. This is one wing and the other wing is going to come out to about here, right? So she's quite large. I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is either construct something like with an old terrarium. I'll just like glue glass together with epoxy, or I'll have to go to the like terrarium store and see if I can find a fish tank or a terrarium that will that is like an edgeless, like a glass edgeless terrarium, because the terrarium that I have, you can see it's got a black rim around all the pieces, so it wouldn't work for her. So I would need like a tall terrarium that is edgeless, and that could work. And then I could just add a plexiglass like door to the top of it. But it still has to be quite large. A trophy display case? Yeah, so I haven't found a trophy display case. That being said, I've only looked at like anywhere online and the thrift stores locally. But she is looking awesome. All of the bones. Look at her ribs. I'm missing a couple ribs also. But I even have her ribs glued together. This piece and this piece are only attached in 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. That's holding, her whole body is held together by 3 connections on the ribs. Isn't that bizarre? It's just such a loose connection. Like in reality, that would just be cartilage between. So this is basically just a free floating bone, which I think is quite interesting. I'm also missing one of her wrist bones for the other wing. I can show you up close. There's like 3 little bones in here. There's one right here, and there's one over here, and I'm missing them for the other wrist. I don't know how that happened, because like I cleaned these bones. I had all of her vertebrae, which is awesome. All of her skull pieces fit together really well. Her collarbone, which is the wishbone, is just positioned in there like there's nothing holding it, because there's nothing holding it in real life. So, yeah, I'm going to have a clamp here to hold, that will go into like a wooden plank, and her foot will be balanced on the wooden plank, but basically the weight is being held here, even though all of the structures holding this together is very minimal. It's just a very bizarre animal to put together, but I did mostly get her finished, and currently she is going to live in this jungle while we wait for me to finish putting her together, part 1, and somewhere for her to live, part 2. I think she kind of fits in there. Looks like a nice little dinosaur in there. And I like her a lot. I'm very happy about how she turned out, and I hope you guys like her, but I really do like her. It's even wilder when you think how our bodies do the same wild stuff, like our lower ribs are just floating in muscle tissue. Thank you. So helpful. Such helpful little ribs. And yet they feel so yucky having them poked. Might end up having to mod a terrarium. Totally. She might have to live in a framed fish tank. Totally. You might have to get a 10-gallon aquarium, sand it on its side, and maybe buy a piece of glass. Totally. You guys are all on the same page as me. She looks 45 centimeters tall. Let me see. 30. How big did I say? I said 16 inches. So where does that put us? 12, 30, 40, 50 is 16. Yeah, about 40, 45 centimeters tall. Wow, that was hard. Math can be difficult. Don't worry about me. So the wishbone is the collarbone on us. Exactly, the wishbone is the collarbone. Also, who recommended I make cold brew? Life-changing, life-altering, will never be the same. I have been making cold brew for the last, 3 days. It's new, but oh my god. Thank you, Sid. It's something, Frida, thank you, Frida. I didn't know it was something that I needed. Oh my god, I've been at night, as part of my, nighttime routine, I, put my scoop of coffee into a big glass jar, and then I fill it with cold water, and then in the morning, I have my, my chamomile honey, so it's, chamomile sugar syrup, but I made it thick like honey, and I take a spoon, dip it in the chamomile honey, and then wipe the spoon along the inside of this cup. This is my iced coffee cup. This is the only cup that is the iced coffee cup. This is the only straw that is the iced coffee straw. But I smear the inside with this honey type thing. Then I put the ice in. I shake my oat milk until it's very frothy. I just shake the container for a very long time. And then I pour the milk in to about here, and then fill the rest up with coffee, and it's good. I am adding sugar and cream, I recognize that, but even so, normally coffee for me has I love the smell. I wish that candles could really smell like it, but they don't. It's not accurate. The way that a freshly brewed, I would just brew a pot of coffee so that the smell is in the house. I love the smell of a brewed pot of coffee. But this is not bitter at all. And I've done it without the sugar just to see. I like it with the sweet, but I've done it without the sugar just to see, and it was still really good, really not bitter, which was awesome. I even tried it straight black just to see what the flavor was. Wow, it really does make a difference though. I know you guys said, oh, it removes less tannins, the acids stay blah. It really does though. Cold brew is legit the same as coffee, but better. For people who drink tea, cold brew is a good way into coffee, I think. Yeah, I can't stand coffee, but I quite like the smell. Well, the other thing is, I haven't found that it's made me super jittery. I've had heart palpitations from coffee in the past. If I go get a medium Starbucks coffee and drink the whole thing, I'll die. Or I'll have the shakes and a full-on jittery personality for the whole day, really highly anxious and unable to sit still, unable to hold my hands still. This hasn't done that. So it could be because I'm 30 now and my body is finally metabolizing caffeine properly. Or it's not true, and I am having all of the side effects, I just don't feel them, I'm not noticing them. Or it's magic. There's a possibility it's just magic. Lol, I chug Red Bull, Raven says, so jitters aren't a factor for me. I would die. I remember you doing those 5-hour energy shots, the ones at the gas station, when I was in university, and I feel so bad for my poor little, baby liver, or kidneys, or whoever had to deal with all of that caffeine. Oh, sorry, baby Laura. It's supposed to have more caffeine, but you don't brew it for that long. Well, for mine, I leave it overnight, so it's at 8 p.m. or after dinner when I finish washing the dishes. So between 7 and 8 p.m. I put it in the fridge, and then in the morning, between 7 and 8 in the morning. So it's about 12 hours for me that it's sitting, and it's so good. Yeah, I keep track of caffeine dosage in your drinks. You'd be shocked how much a Starbucks coffee has. It has too much. Too much for me. But, I am also, highly sensitive highly ADHD and anxious and depressed. I like don't need additional chemicals. I already have prescribed chemicals, you know what I'm saying? 24-hour minimum. Well, I haven't done that yet. And it isn't as dark as hot brewed coffee when I've done it for 12 hours, but still tastes good. I have the same reaction to coffee. Cold brew still affects me, though. Well, B, maybe I'll notice that it affects me after doing it long enough, but currently I have not noticed that it affects me. So that's good. Can I tell you some of the stuff that I got up to last week? Because I got up to some stuff last week. I made a few things. I really want to show you the stuff that I got at the beach, like my beachcombing stuff, but I kind of want to change the camera angle so that I can like zoom you guys into the rocks. Is that okay? Do you mind if I just like take a second here and reorganize myself so that you guys can see the really cool rocks that I found? Because like my friend and I were there for like 3 hours just walking slowly up and down the beach, or just up and then down. Like we just did one long walk and then one long walk home. And we found some really cool stuff. We found some beach glass. We found I found a ball bearing, which to me was really cool. My desk is so dirty. But it's because I also decided last week in my anxious, depressed state to take everything out of all of my shelves and spread it all over the floor and then put it back into the shelves. So now there's just like, I just have things like this. Where do these belong, please? Where do these items go? I have miscellaneous items here. Beautiful items, but miscellaneous items that do not have a home, so they're currently just living in a pile on my desk. There's nails. I have an acorn top that's just got a bead in it that I made a long time ago. Like just things that I don't currently have a purpose for. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get set up here. Comes. I'm gonna put out a blanket that I got at the thrift store. My little sister and I went on the weekend to the thrift store, and there was a bag for $3, $2.99. First of all, thrift stores round up. Like, don't get $2.99. Come on. Anyway, at the thrift store my sister and I went to, we found a bag of baby blankets, and it had the baby blankets that are like receiving blankets made of double gauze, those double gauze receiving blankets. And those are like between $10 and $20 if you buy them new at a store. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, I've been looking for them in white in order to do some natural dye videos, and they didn't have any in white in the bag, but this type of blanket, like the skinny receiving blankets that you like can swaddle a baby in. Well, they had a whole bunch in this bag for $2, $2.99, $3. There was also a little plain white blanket, so. All right, can you bleach them? Well, I think I'll just dye over top of them because the base is white, and then the colors on top are like, soft colors anyway. So I did find a couple of really cool rocks at the beach. I've already put them over in my filming area for today. Look at these. This one I took home because it was very round. That's a good reason to take it home, right? Also, check out how my nails are growing. I'm trying really hard not to rip them off. And then this one looks like the moon. No, it's not an antler. I took it home because it felt like an antler. It's just a piece of driftwood. But I liked it. And I thought it would be good to like put in a plant. I thought it would live well in a plant. Yeah, I'm big on round rocks. Yeah, I do like a good round rock. So these were my really nice round rocks that I found. I'll show you some big ones first. And then I'll show you some small ones. So the edge of the Hamilton Harbor, I live in Hamilton for those of you that don't know, the edge of the Hamilton Harbor has factories on it in certain parts of like the Lake Ontario. So some rocks that are there are just slag. It's just like a byproduct of steel making. And I found I found this. This is like a byproduct of steel making if I ever saw one. This is metal. Isn't that interesting? I thought it was super cool. I mean, I have absolutely no use for it, but why does it exist, you know? Who put this there? I'm just going to spread these out so you can see some of the things before I actually get to them. Yeah, same, Sid. The brick pieces were like among my favorite. So Hamilton has a lot of these red bricks. Like the town is built of red brick. Like there's so much of this red brick that the beach has so many. Like this is such a small selection of what was at the beach. I just really liked these pieces. But these are all brick from the town over time. I don't know how old some of them are. Some of them are probably fairly old because of how round they are. But I really like them. I like how they feel. I like how they look. They make me happy. So I decided I would use some of them to decorate because I like them. And maybe I'll make a necklace or something out of one of the flat pieces. Like there's a couple of pieces that are like flat and I feel like that could make a nice necklace, you know? The red rocks are often from old sewer pipes too. Well, if you go walk on this beach, there are bricks, like various degrees of worn down, but many, many bricks. Oh yeah, totally. Brag away. Tell me all the good things that are happening to you guys. Okay, I have another one. This is actually the most exciting rock I think I found while I was there. I feel like it gives me meteorite vibes. You tell me what you think. Look at that. It's got purple and orange and white. What is this? Why is it so freaking cool? The purple is glittery, like a geode or something. How cool is that? I don't know what it is. Do you see how cool that is? I think it's very cool. A little crystalline structure. I know, but like purple. Love that. You needed 2 pairs of socks in 2 days? Wow, well done. Well done, Jamie. Whenever I go abroad and there's a beach, I pick up so many rocks and seashells. Bad habit when you have a suitcase and luggage with weight limits. That's true. I luckily was carrying all of these things in baskets, so I could take all of the fun things. Look at some of these metamorphic. Do we know? I'm not sure what kind of rocks they are. Maybe you know, but check out some of these patterns. Aren't they so neat? I pick up pink rocks wherever I go because I do love them. Why do rocks provide so much serotonin? I don't know, because they all feel different and they all look different. Like, check this out. Are you serial? That's a rock. It was just like existing. I thought this was really cool. A little tiger rock. And then here's like the when the printer ran out of ink, it made this one. Aren't they cool? I love rocks. The purple glittery is amazing. Most of mine that look like that are green. I do have a couple that have green in them that I picked up and was like, what is this? Because I thought originally it was like algae or something on the rock, but then it's not. It's the rock has green. Oh, also another one. I have these two. Look at this. Okay, so you saw this one. Look at what happens if it gets rolled around longer. Isn't that pretty? It looks like a little planet. It's like this could turn into this over time. This one has good vibes. Like, for real, this one's got seriously good vibes. I'm actually going to put that one in a separate pile over here. I want to touch the stones. I wish you could. Okay, let me grab a couple others that I really liked. God, I liked them all, so I'll probably show all of them to you. I found this. Just time. Isn't that nice? Time did this. Okay, that was my keyboard. Anyway, time did this. And I like this because it's a heart and it's a rock and it got worn down to be smooth, which I like. I picked many worry stones, as I am constantly worried. I need more than one. Do you want to see some fossils? Because I found lots of fossils. Like, many fossils were found on this trip. And I can show you them. This one. Who is that? I don't know, but I think one of them, right there, is an ammonite. Is that correct? Look, there's another one there. So this is a fossily, worn down rock, but I do love this one. Well, originally Hamilton was like underwater, so there's lots of fossils of this variety, like these types of wormy things. See, there's some kind of worm or seashell. All those little white spots are some part of a fossil. I don't know what part though, because they're not like flat. Like this isn't the right slice of the animal, you know what I mean? Still like it, and I like this. That one looks like souls are trapped in the rock. I agree. Like they're screaming to get out. And check this one. This one's neat too. It's like a pile of fossils that got trapped. Isn't that neat? Why? Why do they look that way? What did the creature look like? And then there's a random hole in it. How deep is that hole? Not deep. Here's one that's really cool. You can actually see the outline of something, which I appreciate, because a lot of these fossils are just kind of like, there was something, don't know what it was. This one you can actually see a creature in. It looks like a screw, doesn't it? It's actually a variety of worm, a tube worm that lived hundreds of thousands of years ago. And then they died at the bottom of the lake, and sediment fell on top of them. And hundreds of millions of years later, I found it on the beach and thought it was pretty. So really, if you think of it, this rock is just on a journey. This period of its journey, it gets to live with me. And then it'll go back onto the ground somewhere at some point in the future, and then it'll just keep living its rocky life. Here's another fossil. Don't know what it is because it's been worn down. Probably some kind of worms. Most of them are tube worms, but some of them are clams, some of them are ammonites. Here's another one. It's just fun. I like this one. It feels like a good vibe. My friend said I needed to find a rock that had a consistent line all the way around because that's good luck. So I did keep my eye out for one with a line all the way around. I'm trying to find it. I know there is one because she said you have to find one with the line all the way around. Oh, here it is. Check this out. How cool is that? The line goes all the way around, but it's actually like a few parallel lines. I thought this one was really cool. It looks like a classy rock, don't you think? That's a wish stone. I'm desperate to find a hagstone too. I have a hagstone decorating a windowsill. I just don't know where in the house it is. It's somewhere around here. I never thought about that, Melanie said. We find fossils buried, but what if they were already found and these archaeological sites were just ancient museums? Ooh, that's kind of a fun way to think about it. Well, probably unlikely for where I live, just because there is an awful lot of, like the whole town was under the lake at one point. Time to look at some smaller stones. And yes, I carried 2 baskets with me, one for big stones, one for small stones. You know me. Also, I picked up this one because I thought it looked like the moon. Actually, I've got a couple of little planets up here now. Hold on. Where's that other little one that looked like a planet? It was here. I saw it. I put it aside because it was amazing, right? Over here. Look. I've got planets. I'm basically a god. Here's Mercury. Here's, Jupiter maybe? And the moon. What do you think? I'd love to know what people will think digging up remnants of museums. They'll be like, wow, they pillaged so many different places. I found quite a lot of worn down just quartz, like basic white quartz that had been worn down till it was smooth, and I really like them, so I picked them up because you can never have too many worn down quartz. So let me show you some of them, because I think they're all beautiful. And my friend was like, at the end of our beach scavenging, we spread all of our stuff out and like decided on some things that we weren't gonna take. And I was like, but I like them all. And she was like, yeah, well, then good for you. And I like all that I found. Here are, I would say, the majority of the white. These are all like quartz that has been worn down, or it's mostly quartz that got worn down. Maybe I'll find the roundest one in here and add it to my planets, you know? I feel like, okay, well, that one's gone for now. I feel like I have some planetary theme going on here, but it'll have to be pretty round. Well, it'll be a large moon, I suppose. But I've got some really nice white ones. I want to see the green one. It looks like beach glass. I actually found a few pieces of green beach glass. I will show them to you. I actually found, apparently, a really rare piece of beach glass because it's purple. Apparently that's like a coveted beach glass if you're a beach glass connoisseur. I even offered it to my friend because of how excited she was that I found one, and she was like, no, 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 you found that, you have to keep it. And I was like, okay. I also found a piece of cobalt beach glass. Apparently beach glass lookers have names for all the colors. I found an aqua beach glass. I found some more green. Anybody else in here? Any more beach glass bibbies? Yes, one more. Okay, so here is my beach glass haul. So the front one is aqua, then we've got two pieces of white, and the purple is this one. And my friend said she has only seen purple once, and look, it has a moon in it. It has an actual moon already carved into it by the world. Isn't that cool? Oh my god, so incredible! You like it? I like it too. It's pretty, right? Let me see. Gasp. Whoa! What is the green one? I love beach glass. I never find any. I live by a lake. I live by a lake too. These are from the lake. These are from Lake Ontario. And also some, look at how dark this blue one is. It's pretty. Very cool, Laura. Thank you, Patty. Wow, that's so pretty. Thanks, Melanie. One of the green pieces looks like a tooth. Which one does you think? This one, the light green. That one's nice, isn't it? Purple plus a moon, such psychic vibes, right? I know. Well, I saw it, I picked it up, and then I was like, there's a moon. I found a thing that has a moon, and she was like, no, you found a purple beach glass. And it's thick, too, so whatever was made of glass had some thickness to it. I don't know what it would have been. What, a window, maybe? You need a necklace with that, with the moon facing out. Ooh, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? And Frida says, I can set the purple one if you want. That would be pretty cool. That's a cool idea. Beach glass psychic necklace. Send it to me, Laura. I'll set it and send it back. Okay. Okay, well, I'll put this with my planet ones then. My fancy rocks. And then this is my beach glass now, which I'll put in a separate pile. Actually, I'll put it in a pile so that you guys can still see it from where you're sitting. So that if you wanted to just stare lovingly at glass, you have the opportunity. That's thick for purple glass. It was probably clear glass originally, but contained manganese, and manganese glass turns purple over time due to UV exposure. Oh, cool. Is it poison? Am I going to be in danger? It's not causing me any danger, is it? I don't want to wear it if it's going to make me sick or something. More metal that I found that is definitely just like factory runoff metal, which love that for us. Factory runoff. so nice. Isn't that nice? I also found a bunch of tiles, which were really cool, or pieces of tile, or pieces of porcelain. And I'll show you those next because they're easy to pick out. So that's the reason that you're gonna see them. And one of them even has a design on it, which is cute. Quite a few pieces of porcelain or tile or brick type stuff. Oh, also another clear beach glass. Frosted, I suppose. Any more of you little brick pieces? Oh, I also found this. That can add to my my planets. It's just a disc from it's like a rock that was sedimentary that got chipped off, but the inside looked like a planet. Just don't lick the glass. I definitely won't lick the glass. Okay, here's all of the pieces of pottery, porcelain, or whatever that I found. This is neat. Isn't this neat? It's just like an old tile. And then this one I really liked just because it's got a nice curve to it, but it's so smooth. So it's probably like, what, a bowl or something? But it's not a bone. It's like pottery. And then another piece of some kind of pottery pottery thing. Ancient coin? No, not a coin. Just a sedimentary rock. Come on. Sedimentary rock that broke off of the rock that it was attached to. And that's what the inside looks like. Sidewalk chalk, yeah, totally. And then we've got this piece that I really like because it's so smoothed out. This is a good worry stone. See, it fits my thumb perfectly, which is how you hold a worry stone. What are you doing? And then this piece, which is very cool also. Not useful, but cool. Just another little white piece and another little soft white piece. But still pretty. I wish I could touch them all. I wish I could describe the feeling of them for you. I can say this one is so super smooth. Love this one. Feels very good to hold it. Okay, and it's another moon one. You already saw the one. I'm gonna put the stones I like the best, I'm gonna put into a pile, and then I'll show them to you at the end once I go through, because I haven't gone through them all to pick out my most favoritist. But I do have a couple of rocks that have some green on them that I want to know if you guys think the rock is green, or am I missing something? So let me just find a couple here, because I found a few that had like some serious green on them where I was like, is that part of the rock, or is that like old algae or something? God, I love rocks. Rocks are so fun. If you're like not into rocks. Oh, I also found this little piece of a tile. Isn't that cute? Just a something pink. Don't know what it was for. You found a pulley? No. Did I? Oh, yes, I found this. I like it. I took it home because I like it. It's nice. It feels nice. It looks nice. And it has, like, I like it. I took it home because I like it, not because it has any function for me. Okay, let me show you the green rocks, and you guys tell me if you think the rock is actually green or if there's just something on it. So here's one. There's green kind of flecked, but then there's areas that are like pretty green. I've tried scratching them, but the green doesn't come off, so that makes me think the rock is green. Or like there's green to it. Like the rock itself. And then there's this one where the rock is gray, but the whole top of the rock fades from like a light green to a black. And then there's this one. And this one seems to be the same kinds of rock as this one. Like it has the same parts. It's just a different piece. And this one has green on it also. What do we think? Is it that there's copper that has like rusted over time, or is this a full-on green rock? And I don't know what kind of rock, but my friend and I both deduced that we need a rock tumbler. We need to just get a rock tumbler together and tumble some of these rocks until they're shiny to see what they look like underneath all of their outer wear. I've got this also, which I'm sure, I'm not sure. I want to say I'm sure it's man-made, but look at it. What is this? And why is it so cool? Isn't it cool? Why does this exist? And what is it made of? A granola bar. Yeah, it's like a mountainy granola bar. Just keep in mind that rock tumblers are atrociously noisy. Yes, totally. That is one of the reasons why neither of us have one, because now I live in the city and she lives in the city. Here's one that I don't know why, but I was calling it the calico rock when I found it. It's got little flecks of green. It's like a quartz, but it's got other stuff. I think it's got some iron and some copper. So it's got some red and green and sort of orange and beige bits, but I really like how this one looks and feels. It's all the way smooth, which is awesome, but it's also really just got some really cool colors in it. I like it. I like it a lot. No, that's porphyry. This is porphyry. That's composite stone used for paved stones, I guess. It's just neat though, because it comes in many colors, which I like. I like things that are colorful. I also found some shale that I took home just to show you how neat shale is. So here's what it looks like. It's black. It's got a bit of a shine to it, a luster, but it's mostly pretty matte, but where it breaks, it's got some shine. The cool thing about it is it's easy to break layers of it off. Isn't that cool? Shale. Shale, very cool. So I got some of that to bring home just because it's fun. It's fun to break in front of people and have them go, "You can break a rock?" Why, yes. Yes, I can. I also found some really nice orange crystal pieces, or they're orangish. Like now that I'm looking at them, they look kind of like creamy colored, less exciting than when they were on the beach, but I still think they're beautiful. I'm not going to take that back. I still think they are rather stunning. So I'll show them to you. I'm just going to try and collect all the orange ones so you can see them up close. So these are all some kind of crystal-y rock or marble-y rock. I feel like if they were tumbled, they would be magnificent because there's a lot of shininess to it, just it's not been roughed up enough. But I still really like how they look, and some of them have this like amber sort of glow. It makes me feel like it's like young amber. It's not, but that's the feeling it gives me. Some of these are like orange. And let me see. There's one in here. Okay, that's gonna happen more than one time this morning. This one's really pretty. I really like the orange on that one. It's not totally smooth, this one. Like some of the ones that I found are like totally rounded out. The orange ones, not as many of them are. I also found, I found a lot. There's still a lot to look at. Are you guys having a good time? Is this fun for you? Because like, this is fun for me. And if you're having fun, I'm having fun. So I want to know if you're not having fun, we can switch what we're doing. But Right now I'm having fun, so you'll have to let me know because I won't notice. I also found a piece of what I think is coal, just, I'm not sure. It's quite light, but it's also quite shiny, and it has what feels like wood grain vibes, so that makes, okay, that makes me think it's coal. Where did it go? It has fallen to its death. Where are you? Well, it's actually gone. I genuinely lost my tiny piece of coal on my desk, so that was the one little bit of time you got to see it. If you didn't see it, you'll have to go back to look. Another beautiful round stone. Not too much in terms of specialness by looks, but when added to a bunch of round stones, looks beautiful. I like it. What's jet? A rock, I would wager. Some type of rock. No, that's jet. Okay. Are you kidding? Rocks are the freaking best. I'm definitely enjoying this. Okay, good. Glad. Happy. I have a couple of weird little pieces that don't have like a clear, I'm not sure what they are. Like there's these two blue rocks that could be like pieces of tile or porcelain or something like that, but they also could just be rocks that are blue, and I'm not sure. But they're blue. And then also this flat rock that looks like a piece of chewed up gum, but it's in fact a rock that is not a piece of chewed up gum. Isn't that interesting? Don't know what's going on in there, but I think it's pretty interesting. To me, it reminds me of a piece of chewed up gum, but like more magical than just chewed up gum. It has crystal structures in it, which is cool. I'm adding it to my favorites. Same with this. Oh, which blue one? Only one blue one gets to join. We'll put both of them back for now, because I don't know. I also found some really cool yellowish, yellow-toned stones that are very light, very porous, and I don't know what they are. Maybe you guys know what they are. These are them. They're very light. My daughter brought rocks home from the playground at school. Well, that's kind of like what I'm doing. It's just I went to the beach, but it's nearby, so it can be the playground. This one is super round, and that is why I picked it, because it was nice, but it's also very like pumice. It's light and a little bit gritty. And same thing with these guys. This one's a little soft, a little softened, I should say. It's kind of more like a good worry stone. It fits well in the hand. Oh, it actually... Is this an ancient worry stone? Check. It is hand-shaped and has a thumb imprint in it. Like, literally, it's made for this purpose. Is this an ancient worry stone? Did somebody else have this as a worry stone for 100 years and then put it in the ocean? It fits my hand like it's on purpose. That's pottery. You think? Or it's an ancient worry stone. I guess that'll go in the pottery pile then. And more of these yellow stones. I just think they're nice. If you take it and rub it against a white stone, the jet makes the stone brown, it's jet. If it marks coal black, it's coal. Well, I will test it out when I find that piece again, because it is currently not findable. Another piece of beach glass in there. Okay, I found a few of these really cool black and white. Oh, I brought home a piece of slag just so you could see what the slag on the beach looks like. It's like black and has rocks inside of the black. It's all rock hard. It's not like, it feels like this would be soft. No, it's all rock hard. But this is what slag looks like. So I brought a piece home just to show you, but I'll show you these black and white rocks that I found that I liked a lot. Enough to pick up many of the same type of rock. That's how you know you really like something, if you grab a whole bunch of them, all at different times. Oh, another piece of pottery, but this one is black. Oh, actually, nope, this one is not pottery because it's giving off black, but it's shaped. Like man-made shaped, I think. But this is giving off black onto my hand. It just smells like the beach. I guess it could be a bone. I don't know. I don't know, it's light, but it definitely leaves a smell on your hands, like the beach. Okay, so let me show you these. Ta-da! Black and white stones. This is going to be added to my planets. I think I'm going to have a planetary thing. The black and white ones get called Dalmatian stones, but I don't know the formal name. Yes, that's what my friend said too, Dalmatian stones. Multiple kinds. This one is also calico. There is some orange in there as well. But in total, kind of neat. I like how they look. The black one looks like Roman pottery, but that's not likely in Ontario. Yeah, I wonder what... I want to scratch at it a little bit with something. Okay, well, it scratches like... I don't know what it scratches like. I want to say like plastic, but it doesn't feel like plastic, and it doesn't look like plastic. Here's the scratch marks. See if it... It's shiny underneath. I mean, maybe it could be plastic. It doesn't feel like plastic. Coal? It doesn't give coal vibes. I'm gonna just... I was gonna try and break... Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's coal. Well, it's not coal. It's coal-like. Here's the inside. Charcoal. Could be from a factory. Very could be. Very could be. Well, now I have to see if it'll draw on paper. You know, for science. Yes, it will draw on paper. Laura. Burn it. Yeah, well, it'll burn hot. Okay, so it is charcoal because it wrote on paper. So that's cool. Oh, there was also this white one, and this is light, very light. I've just definitely stained the white parts of it, but it's light, 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 like, and it transfers white on. And I was like, is this some kind of salt or something? Weird. But it's very light. And, like, light enough that I could draw some kind of magical chalk. But it's not hard. It's not soft enough to, like break. Is chalk a wild thing? Does chalk exist in the wild? In which case, wouldn't that make it hot alkaline? So could I use this as an alkaline... Like, if I grind some of this up, could I add it to a natural dye bath? I guess, you know what? Hold on a second. I have test strips. I have test strips. I can find out its alkalinity. Where did I put the test strips? Somewhere that made a lot of sense at the time. And Alex found them in the recent past and said, "Look, I found your test strips." And I said, "Yes, that is helpful, thank you." And then I put them somewhere that made sense at the time. And that time was not now. It was a different time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Where did I put my test strips? Just bear with me a moment, friends, while I remember by looking. That's how you remember, just by looking around. Eventually my brain will go, aha, there they are, you know? I know they're around here. That would be a cool experiment, don't you think? Just look at those rocks for a minute. I'm just gonna find them. I know they exist because I had them. Annoying. Where would I have put them? If I was a test strip for... Nope, I don't remember right now. Well, that'll be a fun experiment at another time. Sorry, I don't remember where I put them. They might be in here. I'm sorry, Thunder, I know, very scary. No, they're not in here. Worth a shot. How annoying. Oh well. What did you think chalk was, if not a natural thing? I don't know. It was man-made something. That didn't sound good, don't worry about it. And chalk is a thing. Aren't the cliffs of Dover made of chalk? Oh, interesting. So it might be talc. Be careful because it could have remnants of asbestos in it. Great. That'd be nice. Raven, I thought it was man-made. I've only ever seen man-made chalk. Yeah, me too. Okay. So that didn't work. I didn't find it. So, sorry. Not today. Let's find other pretty rocks in here. Oh, I found a shell that was pretty, and then a shell that was whatever, but I brought it home so that it could live with the pretty shell. Look at that pretty pink mother of pearl, sort of. Opalescent, so pretty. I like. So that's nice. I have all of them are pretty, and I feel like now I'm looking at them and I'm like, what do they even want to see? Because to me they all look amazing. Okay, look at this one. Isn't that nice? It's probably just some quartz, but in my head it's citrine. It's not citrine, but in my heart it's citrine. Just don't breathe it in and make sure you wash your hands after handling. You got it. You got it. I'm gonna do that. Oh, this one's cool. So look at the outside. That would have been the outside of like the rock. And then there's the inside layers. And then look, a geode inside. She's so magical. Isn't that pretty? I don't know how close my camera can handle. I guess that's about as close as she can get. Not nice though? Talc and asbestos are right next to each other. That's why J&J got hella sued over their talc powder giving people cancer. Great! And there are bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just wait and see. I don't know the song, so I don't know the tune. Man-made chalk is just natural chalk ground up, then squished back together to be softer. Chalk is just limestone with lots of shell contents. So this very well could be that, because shell contents is a thing here. Speaking of which, I want to believe that this is like a mushroom fossil. It's not. But wouldn't that be wonderful? Look at this. You have to see it from like a little farther away to see the lines, because up close it's not like clear, but there's like lines that go down. It's probably just a seashell that got worn down, like a seashell fossil that was worn down over time. But to me, it looks like a mushroom fossil. Doesn't that look pretty? In my head, it looks like a mushroom fossil. But it's most likely just a seashell, like a clam. Could be a sea sponge fossil. It could be. There's just quite a few fossils from around here that, like, are this type of little seashell, like the little clam shells, and I'm imagining it's like this is what I'm seeing. Just like worn down. But I do like it. It's giving me asteroid vibes. This is what gives me asteroid vibes. It's purple and orange. Are you kidding? This is my asteroid. I'm obsessed with this one. I want to know what it is. 'Cause it's got black and purple and orange and white. Very nice, very pretty. Level 10, would recommend. Oh, this one was nice too. So from the top, beautiful, but look at the side. It's just 100,000 years in my fingertips. Isn't that neat? I love that. I look at that and I feel like there's 100 million years just compressed into a rock that I could take home. Just a beautiful, dark on the bottom, light on the top, but lines all the way down. Beautiful. Oh, this one was fun. It's just a piece of probably brick, but it has a dragon on it. It's not a dragon, but I see a dragon. Do you see a dragon? It's like a piece of man-made brick. Probably this was painted at some point, but all that got left behind is a little dragon, a little Mushu. Exactly. That's what I saw too. And I was like, that'd be a cute necklace too. A little Mushu necklace. Even from there you can see Mushu, can't you? I can. Yeah, that's definitely Mushu. Well, he's been trapped in a rock that I took home. Lots of nice round rocks because feelings, and round rocks give me feelings that I like. This one is also fossils, but the fossils are cut the other way. So if you see this worm, this is like if the worm was this way. Like the worm got cut differently. So one segment of this worm looks like this. Isn't that cool? Or a seahorse, you think? It's a little face. Yeah, I could put a little smile on it. His little eyeballs. He's cute. Probably a worm. Ooh, I'm jelly of your dip pen, Sid. Ooh, you've got dip pens? That's cool. And then I've got some, I will call them boring for those of you that are not, like, fully invested in the rock life, which are just round gray stones. That's their category, is they were round. When I picked them up, they felt good in my hand, and then I decided that I should take them home. That is the entire thought process behind this next category of stone. Round, soft, gray. Beautiful. This one has a line on it, which makes it lucky. But just the casual round boys, you know, just a few round, soft ones. Nice looking. They don't bother nobody. They just sit on the beach, unbothered. Usually left behind. This one's nice. See the line that goes all the way around? The white line? That's what makes it lucky. apparently. So that goes in the lucky pile. Is that round enough? We'll put it in the round enough. I have a pile for planets, rocks that are planets. I have a pile for them. Quite a few of these moon ones. Look at this neat one. I also thought it looked like, I think I was in a planetary headspace yesterday, because look at this. Isn't that cool? I like. This will be Mars, I think. And I've got a couple of these really nice. I think they're really nice. They're like dominantly pink, I would say. Pink, my pink red ones, pinks and reds. I've got quite a few in the pink and red category. I call them all marble. I don't know what they actually are made of. That's something I would like to know. So if you're a geologist and you stop by here and you're like, girl, it's so obvious what kind of rock that is, please comment. Because I do want to know. I'm probably not going to like seek out the answer. But I'll show you what they look like in case you know. These are my pink ladies. Pink and red. They look not as pink. They are pink. Let me find something blue to go against them so you can see how actually they are pink. Does this help? Does that make it more clear that these are pink? There are pink. And in the grouping of pink, there's also this red one. Don't know what it is, but it's red. And I like it. It's not brick. This one's not brick. I'll show you what a piece of brick looks like against it. See how it's got like a shine to it? So I don't know what it is, but it's not brick. Peyton, you make me want to go to our beach and look for stuff. You definitely should do that. Everyone should do that. This is like the funnest thing ever. You get all these fun things that nobody even wanted, and then you're like rich, but only for a very specific grouping of things. Look at this pretty rock. It's like a piece of quartz that just got worn down over time and turned into this beautiful little piece of ice. Isn't that cool? The red is probably iron oxide content. It very well could be. There is a lot of iron in our in the whole city actually. One of the main roads in our area is called the Red Hill. And it's literally because the hill is red, because it is very strongly infused, I would say, with iron. And another fossil here. Beautiful. Neat. I like little neat fossils. They make me happy. I do really like this one as well. It looks like stretch marks. Don't you think? Gives me stretch mark vibes. It's giving stretch mark, which I relate to, especially currently. So, yep. Another really good round boy. This one's blue. Oh, I just heard the other piece drop, the sharp, shiny piece. Here's the shiny piece. Let me look. So here's what the coal looks like, or the charcoal is that matte black, and then the shiny one. To me, it feels like petrified charcoal. All right, let's draw that with that one. That looks like one of the gas giant planets. I would say Jupiter, but the colors are wrong. Which one? Okay. So there's the first one. And there's the second one. Okay, so the pale color is the shiny rock. The dark color is the matte rock. So here we go. Nope, flipped. Shiny one gives this. Matte one gives this. Looks brown to me, but it's hard to tell on stream. Yeah, well, when the light is yellow, it looks brown. And when the light is blue, it looks black. Like this way it's daylight. This way it's fluorescent, or not fluorescent, whatever house lighting is called. But they both kind of look brown to me. The black looks like tourmaline. I should have my phone out so that I can search these things. Mother Gaia's stretch marks. Yeah, Mother Gaia's stretch marks. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what tourmaline. No, it's not magic enough for that. It's more black. That's like that's like green. But I will put it with my I like it stones so that they go somewhere nice. I have a few in here that I think look quite blue, so I'll show you the ones that I have that are blue in here. There's a few. Where did they go? Blues and bluey greens, I'll call them. There's another, I know I saw it. It exists. Oh, these guys. Because I don't know if they are like bits of pottery or if they're just like blue rocks. And I don't know what rocks are blue, so to me they seemed pretty cool. I don't know if they're like as cool as I think they are, but you guys can let me know. I'll put a gray rock with them. Oh, this one's the blue one. Like a basic gray rock so that you can see the like difference, because it is bluer. What do you think? So this one I loved. As soon as I saw it, I was like, Earth. This is my Earth planet. It's like mossy green and blue. I promise my hands were clean at the beginning of this stream. It's like a mossy green and blue sort of marble. And there's bits of dark, like dark blue and dark gray and white. To me, this one is the Earth. But the rest of these are like blue. So this is our control stone. But these ones are like this pale blue. So like they could be something man-made that got worn down, but there's like this type of stuff in it, which makes me think not man-made, you know? But it's got a blue hue to it. Same with this one. See that, like, it's like a periwinkle kind of color. I'm gonna draw with this one as well on the paper just to see if it does anything. Nope. 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 I mean, cool idea to check for. But yeah, I don't know what these could be, but they're pretty. They're opaque, they're kind of periwinkle, and they're very smooth, like the rock inside is quite smooth. Yes, there's like damage to the outsides, but the actual, like the cut side of the rock is like, oops, super smooth and very worn down, very pretty. If you didn't see at the beginning, this one, my friend said it looked like an egg, and I was like, that is a reason enough for me to take it home. Isn't this one neat? There's the top, there's the bottom. Would have been sitting in a wall somewhere like this, sedimentary, but now it kind of has egg vibes. By the way, one more week until the chicks hatch, so we're gonna have baby birds in 1 week, which is very exciting. What else do we have here? I really like things that look like crystal-ish without being straight up crystals. Like, don't get me wrong, I love crystals also, but there's a few things I have here that to me give crystal, like this. But it's just like a piece of quartz that has been a little bit worn down and kind of cleaned up by the lake. It's like a smokier quartz. And I like that it's imperfect. Feels kind of magical to me. Isn't that a nice one? I love this one. That gets added to my favorites pile. Oh, I have another cool little fossil here. One of those little worm babies. Ta-da! She cute. She cute. It could be feldspar. They come in all colors. Feldspar. I like the word. Feldspar. And another one with a line. This line didn't go all the way through or all the way around, but I still like it. Because it's a black line in a pink rock, which I think is great. Shorts number 2 are done. Well done. Good job. Shorts number 2. I still have not finished sweater number 1, but you know, things that it'll happen. Don't worry. It's going to happen eventually. Another bluish. I'm trying to find like interesting to show you. This is something I thought was really beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Another little planet. It even has its own like shadowing. It looks like the moon crescent. You know, like all this side would be in the dark, but this edge that's worn down. I found quite a few moon stones. Not moonstones, but moon stones that give moon. They give me moon vibes. And here's another little one that gives me moon vibes. That's so lovely and dark, isn't it though? And this one's cool because it's got some sparkle to it. I really do like a good amount of sparkle in my rocks. I can't leave a rock behind if it's got sparkle, you know? If I see a rock, I pick it up and it's lame, but there's a sparkly area on it, the lameness has disappeared. She is now no longer lame. Ugh. Ooh, this is a pretty one. These two are both handsome boys. This one looks beautiful because it's got a flat side that is so sparkly and shiny. Ain't he gorgeous? Oh, look at that. I'm trying to like get the light to catch it so you can see how shiny it is. Ooh, he's a beauty. Then the sides, and then the other side. It's like a little magic little mountain. So that one's really pretty. And then this one has a little bit less sparkle, but still quite lovely. Just hanging out on the beach, waiting for me to find him. Go add that to my favorites. This one was weird. Like, oh, never mind. This is not a rock. This is plastic. I'll show it to you because I thought it was a rock, which is why I took it home. But this is plastic. Oh well. You can't win them all. Oh, this one was neat. Check this out. It's got like, I guess mica in it. Check this. Okay, do you see the, hold on, let me try and catch the shine. Look at that shine. Isn't that cool? It's got some mica in there. And then it's just white on one side. Isn't that piece neat though, that shiny bit? It's so hard to tell when you pick them up with frozen fingers. Yeah, totally. That's exactly it. Another piece of tile to add to the tile pile. Another piece of tile for the tile pile. Another one of those pink, black, and white rocks. I have quite a few of this pink, black, white combo. I call it marble. I don't know if it's actually marble or if it's just I don't know, something else, but my brain says marble. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Hey there, Crystal. Isn't that nice? Just gives good vibes. I feel like this one has some really good vibes. When I look at it, I like it. Nothing rough, but also not round. Love that. Oh, this one was neat. Check this one out. Oh, hey V, good morning. This one has some shine to it, which I like. Isn't that pretty? It's like secret shiny. Isn't that pretty? I like this one a lot. And also, Candace, I agree, I missed you guys. Sorry I was gone for a week. Sometimes that happens. But I'm okay, and I hope you're okay too. Oh, here's another one that's really pretty. It's like a very small version of a black, white, and red one. Isn't that pretty? For what, you say? For having. How are you, Laura? Hey there, Tracy. I'm well, thank you. Well, I'm actually not well, but I'm okay. That's more accurate. I'm okay. Everything is okay. I'm okay. But, like, I wouldn't consider myself well at this particular moment. But I'm all right. How are you? And, oh, here's another one of that, but round. First of all, check this one out. Isn't that pretty? I love these, like, sedimentary rocks that get totally worn down so that they look like a planet. Love that. And here's another really pretty one. Oh, excuse me. Look at this one. This one's been smoothed out all the way, which I like. I like finding the ones when they've turned them into pebbles. When the lake has worn it all the way down. Just something so neat about it. And I love the idea that it's been sitting there for like hundreds and hundreds of years. This one's pretty too. It's got a nice flat, shiny side. I love a good flat, shiny side. Hold on. There you are. Catch the light, mister. There it is. Flat, shiny side. Any other flat? Yeah, there's a flat, shiny side there. Patty, that's a whole lot of okay. Hoping you can be good soon. Thanks. Yeah, same. I feel like I was almost good, and then... lol. Nope. But I'm okay. And I will be good again. You want to see a brick up close? A worn down brick? Because I really like these. I'll show you a big one, because they're nice. Isn't that pretty? A brick that gets turned into a stone over time. Isn't that fun? And look at it lets go of the clay that's in it. See? Now my hand is all orange. Google black tourmaline. Okay, I will. After I wipe all of the orange clay dust off of my hand. Alright, let's see black tourmaline. 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 I mean, it could be. Yeah. I suppose it could be. It doesn't really have the vertical lines that I feel like tourmaline has in a lot of these pictures. It doesn't have a lot of vertical lines in it. Let's see, tourmaline, amethyst, kyanite, black. It's not obsidian, I don't think. Hematite. It could be hematite. But hematite's heavy, isn't it? So I guess it's not hematite. I don't think it's onyx either. Yeah, hematite's heavy. I feel like all of the pieces of black tourmaline have like vertical lines that this doesn't have. Another piece of jet. You think it's jet? Okay, let's see. What jet? Raw jet. Raw jet stone. Yeah, it could be jet. Could be. And obsidian is glass, isn't it? And I don't think this is glass. It doesn't break like glass. I'll show it to you up close so you can see some of the details inside. Do you see the details? It's like that, that is totally jet. Yeah? Well, it's not heavy, like for a rock. It's not very heavy. So if it's jet, cool. I don't know what that means in terms of me having it. Is it okay to have? It's not gonna give me radiation or anything. There's random rocks that are like not good to keep. And have you tried to draw with one of the bricks? No. Let's do that. I'm sure it'll give us some orange. Well, if I rub it long enough, I'll get some orange. But that's just the clay that's in the brick, and you can see it kind of wears it down further, that smooth side. So I guess I could smooth it out by like coloring with it if I want to make a piece of jewelry or something. This is a red rock that is not a brick, but it is quite brick colored. Isn't that pretty? Pyrite. Pyrite, fool's gold. Pyrite, not the right color for pyrite. More rocks that have green in them. Isn't that pretty? I need some foods, then I have to do all this folding. Ugh. I have to do laundry. I haven't done laundry in a whole week. So I have to do some laundry today. That one's pretty though. It's got some iron, obviously, because you can see the orange. That's from the iron. So maybe this has iron and copper, but I like it. It's good vibes. This is good vibes. Ooh, this one's really pretty. I like this one a lot as well. It's like smoothed out, which I love. I just like the texture a lot of this one. Makes me happy. Anything else so interesting that you have to see it? I mean, all of them, right? I really like this one as well. It's like quartz again with some iron and copper probably in there. Ooh, look at that. Do you see that copper sparkle? Hold on, right there. So there is some copper in there still. Separate from the iron, I mean. Oops. Sorry about the noise. All the noise. And then there's this brick, which is interesting because it's black on one side, red in the middle, black on the other side. What was this? Why was it so skinny? How did it get black on one side? I don't know, I just like how this one looks as well. Another one, good vibes, good vibes. Did I show this one? I think I showed this one at the beginning. Isn't that pretty? Honestly, the noise isn't picking up too much, so it's fine. Okay, good. I'm glad. That one looks like burnt toast, doesn't it, though? I like this one. I love the noise. Okay, good. Well, as long as it's not disturbing you, that's what I don't want, is for you to be disturbed by it. Again, I just have to show this one again, because look how cool that is. How straight those lines are. It just feels like fancy. Intentional, doesn't it? Oh, another little fossil. Little baby fossil. All fossils are good fossils. Also, check out this one. I really do like this one a lot. It's got a lot of sparkle in it, but it's like subtle, so it catches the light, but only in little areas at one time. Isn't that pretty? I like this one. White. Gray, pretty. Oh, this one's cool. It's small, but worth it. It's a low-key ASMR. Well, good, I'm glad. I've actually just got ASMR from the rock clicking. Yay, okay, cool. Well, good. Then I will not try and keep it from making any noise. But I do really like this one a lot. Little, but mighty. Maybe a piece of jewelry. I liked this one too, just because it's round. Oh gosh, I do like a good round boy. Isn't that pretty? It's just a good shape, just a good size. It's overall a good rock. I would give that top marks. Another disc. So I have two of these. Where is the other one? I thought it was in my planet pile. Here it is. Two of these discs that are just pieces of rock that flaked off of a larger rock. So the rock was a larger rock, and this piece sort of, if you imagine, it like flaked off of a different sedimentary rock. So I like them, so I keep them. Okay, so this could be from a terracotta tile. No, it doesn't do any rock thing, any pottery thing, this red one. Let me show you in comparison to what the brick color is so that you can see the color difference and the porosity difference. Pretty. That's going into my favorite rocks pile. Oh, this one's pretty. It has purple in it. Can you see? Look at those pretty colors. I like this one a lot. I feel like this could be really beautiful if it got tumbled. Like, if I could get the shine out of it. I feel like there's some good shine in this one. That's in the favorites pile. Oh, here's a good one. Isn't that pretty? It's like a creamy crystal inside of a black stone. Also, it's got a line all the way around. Good wish stone. And then this one's really cool too. I feel like this one's edgy. Like a grunge band. See, on one side, very basic, and then on the other, wow. So many different things going on. Isn't that cool? Beautiful. I like it. Again, I'm going to show it again because I seriously, look at this. Are you understanding the magic here? What? Like, who? When? When is this from? I like it. Same thing with this one. When is this from? It's beautiful. Let me show you this orange one up close. Isn't that pretty? I really like this type, like this color is one of my favorites. The shape is good on this one too, because it's got a lot of different ways to be held. Some rocks just built different, you know? Now look at this one. This one's really pretty. Kind of planetary as well. Ooh, from that end, totally. Like Jupiter. There's some crystals in there though. And that's just a pebble on a beach. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these just sitting on our beach. This one I like too. Just basic quartz, but it got polished till it was not as glittery. I like it. I just bought pens, Frida said. Ola says we need regular blue pens. Frida finds 3 absolutely necessary pens with refills. Those all look igneous to me. You think so? My brain says metamorphic because it's like pressure and heat, right? But igneous probably. There's a lot of in here that I would say are definitely sedimentary, but I forget how to tell the difference between igneous and metamorphic when you're looking at a rock. Here's another fossil. You can see part of whatever the creature was popping out. Igneous is a type of metamorphic. I thought it was igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. That's as far as I went with my rock education. Igneous from a volcano, sedimentary from sediment settling, and metamorphic from heat and pressure. That's what I've got. That's it. That's the extent. I like what rocks look like. Would you like to see my rocks? Here's another really pretty one. Igneous and igneous are not the same thing. Okay, thank you. How do you pronounce igneous? Gneiss? Nice? 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 Like gnocchi? Oh, here's another one with green in it. This has definitely got green in it, though. Look at that. Is that not so pretty? This is, I think, one of my top favorite rocks from the whole day because of how green this green is. What green rocks are there? Like, this is not green from copper. This is like green, like jade, or it's probably not jade, but like it's a green rock. Isn't that beautiful? It's kind of translucent, but like not really. Nice. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. So you just like hold the G in your heart. Speaking of heart, another look at the heart-shaped stone I found. Don't know how it decided to come out this shape, but true love in a little rocky. It's cute. I like. Serpentine is green. Jasper can be green. Okay, well, jasper exists where I live. Pretty sure. I don't know if purple stone always feels special to me. Purple stone, green stone. I think purple and green are probably the ones. And I am just attracted to pink in stones. When I see a pink stone, I go to pick it up. Sparkle, green, blue, pink, and purple. Yeah, I think those would probably be. Look at this. It's just a hunk of quartz that has been softened down, so it looks like it's like opaque, but I can still tell that it's not. Gneiss is basically a metamorphic rock that has distinct banding patterns as far as I remember. Well, then I do definitely have a few of that. Oh, also, here's one of those boring Laura loves it quartz on the outside, but check it. This one was broken, so you can see how much magic I can see. Because now you can see the actual inside. Isn't that just stunning? Look at all the different crystal structures in there. But on the outside, it just looks like this. It's like, oh, that's fine, it's pretty. But I know that it contains such light and magic. And I'm actually gonna put that with my favorites. Everyone that I look at up close ends up going in with my favorites, because once I look at them up close, I'm like, oh yeah, you're so pretty. Like this one, check this one out. You're like, oh, it's just a rock, right? Nope, look at the glitter. It's full of glitter. When you see it with no light, you're like, oh, it's like a gray and black rock. Then you turn it towards the light and it sparkles. Oh God, and it sparkles in gold. Isn't that pretty? Like, imagine that if I could polish it, what that would be like. You can see the glitter all the way from there. Look at it. All the way from there, you can see the gold sparkles on it. So pretty. In the favorites pile you go. Will there be anything left in the not favorites pile? I'm going to put the brick pieces away because I know those are going to be used decoratively, so I don't need to look at them right now. And I think I'm going to put some of the bigger ones away. And by away, I just mean in my basket for now. A disco rock, totally. Mr. Stretch Marks is going away. Beautiful quartz going away. I like that one. I like them all. I like them all. We know I like them all. But I'm putting away the big ones that are not necessary right now. And then I'll show you all the fossils together now that we've separated out the fossils. I'm just grabbing some of the bigger pieces that aren't as visibly stunning. I mean, I obviously still think they're all beautiful, but some of them don't have as loud of a statement, and they will go back for now so that we can check out all the ones that give the loudest statement. This one's neat. It's got purple in it. Do you see the purple? I feel like it might come off a little bit brown, but it's definitely got purple in it. Just not sparkly purple. Still beautiful. I really like that. I really like that. Don't need this out, don't need this out, don't need that out. Okay. Beautiful, but not needed right now. Beautiful, but not needed. Oh, so pretty. Hard to decide between what rocks are the best rocks when you are someone who literally comes home from a beach with this and says there is value. This has value. I need to bring it home. This has got value. What is the value, Laura? That's a good question. You're gonna have to stick around to find out. Where does Laura determine value? Perhaps not where you suspect. Sorry, I'm putting smaller pieces into a different thing. Oh, this one's kind of neat too. Not nice? Now I have to go to my part of Lake Ontario. I find a lot of hagstones there. Oh gosh, yeah, you definitely have to go find some of these other cool things that you can find at the edge of Lake Ontario. I'm in the Niagara region, so that's where we were rock hunting. Oh, here's another one that was broken. So from the outside, nothing too fancy, just a rock, broken open, all the sparkles. So pretty. Love that. Love that for her. Another reddish purple one. Beautiful. Hello everyone. Hey Michelina, good morning. Missed you so much. We missed you too. I did really miss you guys. Sometimes I need to disappear for a week. And sorry I couldn't even tell you. I posted it on Patreon and then I logged off and never came back until now. So I hope you guys had a good week off. Nothing too eventful, hopefully, has happened. And I hope that you're all well. Again, apologies for just disappearing, but occasionally that is how my brain do. She needed to disappear, and that is all. That's all the information that there is. Just I needed to disappear for a bit. This is a good rock. This is a very good rock. Look at this rock. You can tell this is a good rock. Look how worn down it is. Perfect to fit inside your pocket. Holds perfectly well for worrying. Good worry stone. Adds to the favorites pile. I just found a book by John Kessel that is a mashup of Pride and Prejudice and Frankenstein. Interesting. Is it Pride and Prejudice and Zombies? Because I've heard of that book. Nice rock. Nice rock. Hey, that's a nice rock. Some more slag. Beach glass. Okay, these are the littles. Here's all the littles. I'm gonna show you my favorites now that I've separated them according to whatever I've decided is a good way to separate them. Oh, I need to decide on a few more of them, if they belong in the favorites. Isn't this weird to find a piece of metal? I like it. Hopefully it's not like radioactive, because it's definitely runoff from a factory, but doesn't bend, in case you were wondering. It does not bend. Okay, so now let's first look at all of the fossils that I found, and then we'll get into the planets, and then I think that'll be all of the rocks. That's a heavy metal. That's the heavy metal at the rock concert. Thank you. No, yeah, it's definitely steel. There's a steel factory on Lake Ontario, so that would make sense. There is Dofasco and Stelco right on Lake Ontario, so Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. Okay, let me zoom you in a little more for this part. Okay, just so you can see. Oops, nope, this way. Okay, so we've got fossils galore. These are all the fossils I found at the beach. No. There. Ta-da! Here are all my fossils that I found at the beach. Very fun. These will be added as decor in my home because I like using rocks as decor, okay? That's all. That's the whole reason. Fossils are done. Now, let's look at the planetary, the stones, or just the larger of the fancy stones that are going to now be home decor for me. They go, I put stones along my windowsills, and I put stones along my stairway, like down when you're like walking down the stairs in my house. I like to do that, and that is the way that I like to do it. So I'll keep doing that, but I'm just going to show you them before I put them away. Okay, I think that's all of the fancy decor ones. So I'm going to show you my two favorites. I feel like there's a green one in here that I really, really like. That was like my top favorite stone from my trip. I guess not. Where? I think there is, but anyway, these are my two favorites. The purple in this one is just something special, and then the lines are just so straight on this one. I love them. Isn't that pretty? So those two are definitely going to be decoration because they're just so nice. Even from far away, you can see that it's purple. Like, can't you? It's pretty magical looking. I really like this one. I wonder what it is. And also imagine the huge rock that it came from. Must be magic looking. Love those. Then my biggest round boys, as we've lovingly called them. These are them. This one looks like a dinosaur egg, and this one looks like a chicken egg from certain angles. Hold on. Let me find the right angle. There. Looks like a chicken egg. Looks like a dinosaur egg. Very cute. These ones will have to not be on flat surfaces. They'll have to be like in a bowl or they'll roll away. Because this one has rounded itself right out. But I do like it. It feels good. It's not like you're going to lick it. Well, you don't know me. It's a rock. I might lick it. Have you never looked at a rock and gone, What does that taste like? Because I definitely have. Isn't that pretty? It's like weird and beautiful. Okay. And then our nice rocks, our metamorphic rocks with pressure lines or whatever. Beautiful. Especially that black and red one in the back. Isn't that beautiful? So nice. And now some of the pinkish, ooh, that's got a green line in it. I'm gonna keep that one out. Pinkish stones / stones that have lots of pink in them that I really like. Pick up so many pink stones when I go for walks because I really like the way that they look and feel. Hold on, let me just grab a bunch so I can show them to you as a handful. Aren't they pretty? I love them. Oops. Beautiful. Small one, big one. Another time with this one. So pretty. I love the green in there. Sparkly green. Darth Maul rock, yeah. That one actually should stay with the decorative ones. It's quite decorative. Okay, and now let's have a look at the ones that I think look like planets. We'll do a little solar system here, shall we? Basically, to look like a planet, the rock must be round, and that is it. That's the only thing that I want from my planetary rocks, is that they are rather round. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Where's my earth? There should be an earth in here somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying to find the earth. I had an earth. I know I did. Did I already put it here? No, it's not here. It had green on it. Like a good amount of green, and it was rounded. But that's not it. That's not it either. There's a round boy. Not round enough. Well, that's too bad. Where's my round earth stone? Did I put it back in here? I've misplaced my earth stone. What'll I do? Anyway, here are my other beautiful planet stones. Sorry, I can't stop looking for it now because I know I had a round stone that had green on it, which made me feel like it was the earth. And now I can't find it anywhere. Well, I guess the Earth doesn't exist in my solar system. Okay, so here are my planets. Let me show you my, my beautiful planets. Some of which are more planetary than others. All of which are beautiful and worthy. Any more round boys here? Really? I lost the Earth? That's too bad. I mean, it's not lost. I just, you know, it's not right here right now. Oh, also I had this and I wanted you to see it. Look. It's a teeny tiny ammonite. Isn't that cute? Okay. It was like a cloudy green planet. I don't even see any round rocks now. I feel like now I'm going crazy. Gotta check the small rocks again. It's gotta be here. We just found it. I guess this solar system just doesn't deserve an Earth. Such is the way. Anyway, here are some of the magical round stones. Aren't they pretty? This is a ball bearing, so it's made of metal, so that's why it's perfectly round, but aren't these nice? I want them to like not roll away. I want to show them to you like close. Aren't they pretty? Look at all the colors. Oh god, my arm. The struggle is real, friends. Okay. So these will now go into a dish because they are beautiful and I want them around me. So they will actually... What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put them here on this little plant stand. Just hold on a moment. And then you'll be able to see what they look like. I'll take a picture and I'll put it on Discord later. I also have something else to show you that's an up-close item that I think you're going to like, because I really like it. There. Okay. Where'd you go? There we are. Let's check this out. Look at the growth. Look at that growth. My little baby's coming along real good. We're getting babies going. And they look pretty happy. I need to water Rue today. Rue needs water. Let's not forget about Rue. Alright. Oh, gosh. That was fun, huh? So many babies. I know. And next week we're going to have way more babies because the chicks are going to hatch next week. They're going to hatch on Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, for those of you that don't keep track of those things. So I'm excited, and not for Easter, I mean, not particularly anyway, but for Easter Sunday, very excited. Good round stone. These ones are all just going to go into here. Monday's stream is going to be so good. Probably there will still be chicks hatching on Monday because I put them into the incubator on Sunday, like afternoon. So they'll probably start hatching Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, because it's like 21 days. Like they hatch at 21 days. So they'll probably hatch Sunday evening and Monday morning, which means, yeah, Monday morning is going to be a good stream. There's going to be lots to see, lots to hear, lots to enjoy. Absolutely. Things I'm very looking forward to. Because, like, come on, baby birds. Everybody loves baby birds. We won't really be able to hear or see them too much because they will be brand new. So, I mean, I'll probably show you one or two of them, but for the most part, they're going to be staying in their incubator. Or at least in their brooder. Some of them will probably still be in the incubator because I try to not pull them out until they're all the way dried off and fluffy, which takes like so much freaking time. When you're looking at them and you want to play with them or just like look at them up close, watching them in the incubator and being like, I just want to take you out and hold you, it feels like they take a really long time to dry off. But neither here nor there. We'll wait for them. We'll give them all the time they need. Unfortunately, we can't help them out of the shell, even though my monkey brain really wants to help them out of the shell. It's not good for them. They will die if you try to help. So we just have to watch and wait. If they get to a point where all of them have hatched except one and the one is clearly struggling, I'll try and help, but I'm not going to assist unless it's like clearly necessary that they need assistance and that they will die without assistance, because the chances of them dying if you give them assistance are quite high. So, oops. So, I can't even see it right now. So I'm not going to help them unless they would otherwise certainly die. And then if they would otherwise certainly die, this is where these are going to live, my beach glass. If they would otherwise certainly die, then I will try and help them out of their shells, but unless it's guaranteed they will die, then I won't be helping them. If they're wet, they have to stay under the warmth. Yes, and I don't even have my brooder set up yet, because my parents are going to lend me like a large plastic tub, essentially. It's like think of like a cow's watering trough made of plastic. That type of a setup is what I'm going to be using for the babies. And I don't even have it here yet, because I don't need it here yet. And I'm trying to decide if I should keep them in the kitchen or in the bathroom, because they're not going to stay in here. It'll be too loud and way too distracting for me, for them to be like living in this room. Sure, for the first day so that we can hang out together with them. Yeah, that's fine. But in general, no, this cannot be where they habitate. If the shell has no more veins, but it has dried to them, poor babies. Yeah, well, if the shell has any veins in it, exactly. If you break the shell, they'll lose blood. They're not bleeding, but the blood that would, in the process of hatching, it would get like shoved into the baby. The process of struggling to get out of the egg actually pushes what's left of the yolk and what's left of the blood in the shell, not the shell, but in the shell's inner there's like a layer, an inner like plasticky layer. It's not plastic, but an inner layer to the shell that has blood vessels in it. And them struggling to get out of the shell pushes the remaining fluids and blood into the chick body. So if you were to break a chick out of the shell, there would be fluids that they don't have in their body. Membrane, thank you. There would be fluids that would be in the shell, in the membrane, and in the yolk that didn't get reabsorbed into their body, so they would die. But yes, you need to let them struggle. It's like part of the thing to let them struggle. Even though you think like, oh, I could just help a little bit. You can't. You can't help at all. It's not like a snake shell where you can cut it to give them a head start. Chicken shells are not like that. So there you go. If you're hatching chickens, leave them alone. Let them struggle. They need to struggle. So do you want to know what tomorrow's video is? I made a video while I was away. It's a baby video. It's a baby video on baby scratch mitts. It's what I could manage. I apologize if you do not need another tutorial on baby scratch mitts, but baby scratch mitts, I know, right? Stomping, I know. Like, it's like they put work boots on at one end of the house in order to leave the house. That's at the other end. They go across the house and down the stairs in work boots. Anyway, I did a baby scratch mitt tutorial for newborns. It is so close to being done. It is almost finished, and it will be up tomorrow. For patrons, it'll be up this afternoon. It's almost done. I just haven't uploaded it yet. Patrons, you'll still get it early, just not a full day, which is what I'm aiming for. But it's baby scratch mitts, and then the next video after that is actually a knitting tutorial. It's not a tutorial, it's more like how, just showing you how I'm making this thing. My friend gave me, like a year ago, she gave me pattern pieces that she had started for her own sweater, and she was like, can you finish it for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I tried to finish it for her, but then her sleeves were so narrow on the pieces that she made. So here are the pieces that she made, the sleeves and one of the body pieces. So it's going to be, it's already partially put together. I had to put it together and then I took it apart. So I can show you what it's going to sort of be. This is going to have to come apart because it's not wide enough. But it's going to be a pullover, a knitted pullover. It's pretty cute. It's pretty, this won't be as tight. I had to take it apart because it was incorrect. But anyway, it's a knitted pullover, big chunky yarn. And it's very cute, or it will be. But anyway, what she did was she made 2 panels that I interpreted as sleeves and then 1 body piece. And I thought, okay, so that means what's left to make is the back body piece. These are the only colors she wears. These and black. Gray, millennial pink, and black are like her only 3 color scheme. Her whole house is all in this color scheme. This is my adult friend who, we've been friends since high school, and she's into crafty stuff, but she's not the same way as me. She's very much more organized. But anyway, I thought that these pieces were sleeves, so I was treating them like sleeves, and I was like, okay, this is big enough for a wrist, but there was no increases, and I was like, this seems a little tight for a sleeve. Like, sure, up to the elbow it can be like a little bit snug, but it was snug all the way up, and I put it together and I was like, this doesn't work. So I took apart the sleeves, and I'm doing 2 at a time right now, which is my first time trying that, and I'm doing increases on the sleeves now with the white in order to make them wider where they actually sew in so that it's like actually fits a human arm, because these are very, very narrow. So I called her while I was trying to figure this out, and she was like, sorry, I'm busy right now. I'll call you tomorrow. So she called me the next day, but I had already taken out the sleeves at this point and started knitting them up wider at where the gray switches, where the maroon or pink switches. It fits around. It's just a little snug. And then it turns out these were not sleeves. These were front panels. It was a cardigan she was making. So the reason they were not big enough to be sleeves is because they were meant to only be front panels. So now they're sleeves. And I said, well, you're not getting a cardigan anymore. You're getting a pullover, because I didn't know it was supposed to be panels. I thought it was supposed to be sleeves. So now they're sleeves. And she was like, well, that's fine. So now they're more sleeves. I haven't ever tried 2 at a time knitting yet. Way to go. It's a lot of tails. There's a lot of tails. But yeah, 2 at a time I'm doing so that I know how much yarn I have. But I like it so far. I like it. I can do it. But anyway, the sleeves are growing now. They are less narrow than they appear because they are rolled in. So they are a little bit bigger than what it looks like they are when they were blocked, which I did already, and I'm gonna have to block them again. Anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm doing a not a tutorial. I'm doing a look. And there are many mistakes in the tutorial because I keep going, oh, I have to pull out 5 rows or 11 rows or 25 rows or whatever. I had to pull out a lot of her work because I thought she was making sleeves and didn't know what she was doing. She was making panels and knew what she was doing. So, yeah, that's what's going on. That'll be next week's tutorial. It's not a tutorial. Next week's video will be me figuring out a knitted sweater from pieces that my friend gave me with no instructions. So it's not a tutorial. Did she not make sleeves? No, she didn't make sleeves. But it's been a year that I've had these pieces, so I didn't remember whatever she told me when she originally gave me the pieces. She told me, I've had this thing sitting here for 2 years that I've not worked on it. And I was like, well, I want to learn knitting. Can I take it with me? I'll finish it. And she was like, take your time. I'm not gonna work on it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I stored it for a year, moved with it twice, and then decided I should finish this. So I started working on it, and I thought those 2 straps were the sleeves because they were sleeve-ish. They had the ribbing at the bottom. They were about as wide as a wrist. And I just assumed they were sleeves, but they were not sleeves. They were never meant to be sleeves. So I told her she's not getting a cardigan anymore. There was not enough yarn for me to have made, if those were front panels, there was not enough yarn for me to have made 2 sleeves. So anyway, neither here nor there. She's getting a pullover. And she was like, oh, well, that's good, because I've only ever made myself cardigans. And I'm like, well, that's good, fancy lady. Making yourself oversized cardigans, knitting like some kind of champion. But anyway, now she's getting a pullover, so that's what's happening. Fantastic, Laura. Thank you. The chunk is cozy. I agree. I think it's a very nice soft wool. I think it's either from We Are Knitters or like one of those, you know, where you can like buy a knit set. Like she would have bought a pattern and bought the yarn that goes with the pattern, and it would have come with the needles, that type of thing, like a packaged thing. I'm still working on the second sleeve for the someday sweater. That's what I'm calling it, because I'll finish it someday. And I'm only working on it with you guys. Like, I haven't been working on it on my own. So it's just going to be the someday sweater. Because someday I will get it finished. Probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she got it as a knit kit. I don't know what brand. I said to her, We Are Knitters, and she was like, yeah, wait, no, I don't think it was We Are Knitters. So I don't think it's We Are Knitters, but I don't know what it is. Or who it was. First I had no books, now I have a $60 list. I have to prune a bit. You have a $60 list of books? How much do books cost where you live? Because that's a variety of books, or just a couple of books, depending on... Or if you're doing digital downloads, then that's a lot of books. I find it odd that they didn't label the different parts of the pattern. Oh, well, it was my friend. She didn't label anything. She thought she was going to finish it all in one go. I don't label my parts. I just know what they look like. Like, I can tell the back of a sweater from the front of a sweater, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not surprised she didn't label it. She didn't give me the pattern that it came with because she said that she didn't have it. And I was like, maybe she never had a pattern, or maybe she had a pattern that came with a kit and then threw it out when she threw out the bag and whatnot. I'm not sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. She's getting a sweater eventually. Hopefully I'll finish it this week. My plan was to have it finished last week, but I was very undermotivated to actually work. I literally filmed the tutorial for this week, like, on Thursday. I was, like, not feeling it, so I just filmed it on Thursday and then edited it yesterday. And it's done. I just have... Well, I have titles. I still have to add the titles, so it's not quite done. So patrons, just be patient with me. I apologize that you haven't gotten any new content in, like, a bit. But there will be new content for you. I know that the early videos is part of the perks, but there's also other stuff that I've got in the pipeline for you. So thank you for supporting me, even though I'm a little bit flaky at the moment, but it's coming. It'll come back. It just, sometimes it's a little hard for a minute, you know? English sci-fi, so rare books here. Fun. I read an hour every morning. I run out of books. Fair. I've lost patterns quite a few times. It's quite simple. To lose track of paper and digital patterns. I agree. I lose anything that is not immediately visible to me is essentially lost. Laura, are you staying for a while? I have to take Millicent out. Yes, we'll still be here. I think anyway. Yeah, totally. Yeah, if something is not visible to me, it is basically lost. That's how I function. AKA not well. ADHD. Out of sight, out of mind. That's the vibe. So, what have you guys been getting up to? Oh, something else that I did over the weekend. I'll tell you. Well, you guys tell me what you've been getting up to. I'll let you know. I went over to my mom and dad's house with all of my seedlings. So I brought all of my seedlings in boxes, in trays, any way I could. I just packed them all into the car and went over to my parents' house, and I up-potted all of my seedlings, which was amazing because my mom has like a greenhouse, so she has like a huge potting bench and a huge there's just a lot of space to be able to spread everything out, and she has all of the supplies like plant pots and soilless mix and vermiculite and perlite and compost, all the things you need for potting. And she also had like a million plants. I filmed a vlog there, so you'll be seeing that. But I up-potted all of my seedlings so that now they are in little 4-inch pots, and I have them in trays in 4-inch pots, so they are so much easier to move. It's 3 large trays of plants plus a few bigger planters for like my sage and my thyme and my rosemary and my mint. They all have their own large big pots, and my nasturtiums I have a few large pots of nasturtium now, but I have some small pots all organized of like my bok choy, my zinnias. Oh gosh, my snapdragons are starting to look like good strong plants now. My amaranth Love Lies Bleeding, I even separated them and put them into plant pots. I have so many bok choy, so many shisho, and so many snapdragons that I gave my mom. So I kept 3, 6, 9, 12. I kept 12 of each, and I gave my mom 12 of each. And in each 4-inch plant pot, I put 4 plants. So I have a lot of plants right now in my house, but I am feeling really good about the fact that they've all been up-potted, so they're easy to move. So once it gets a little bit nicer outside, I'll be able to move the trays in and outside easier. Also, my dad has offered to bring by another grow light, but one that is in shelf form, so it has 4 shelves of grow lights. I just have one grow light structure. And 4 shelves would be better because I could put 4 shelves worth of plants on those grow lights. So that's exciting. That's something that'll be happening probably this week because I'm going to need it pretty soon. They're grow lights my mom is not using anymore. So it's not like I'm taking from her grow situation. Plus she has a greenhouse now. But Tessa had her surgery last Thursday. Patty says no complications and is healing well. I should get pathology results this week. Oh, I hope she's okay. We have a binder of all of our patterns in a dedicated computer folder. That's nice. And I'm starting my first ever toe-up socks. That's exciting. Good job. Well done. And Sid, surviving. A vibe. A true vibe. But, yeah, and I also have a castor bean plant that sprouted, and I was like, okay, cool. Then I guess we're having a castor bean plant. And then last night, 2 more sprouted out of a pot that I don't recall planting them in, but there's no way they weren't planted in there, but 2 castor beans have come up in a nasturtium pot, and they are such large baby plants, they just look comical, because they're like a baby green bean plant, but humongous, like an elephant green bean plant. Michelina went to the club for the first time. Wasn't a bad experience. I had my first kisses. Ooh, which was much worse. Yes. I learned I much prefer smooth-shaved guys or women. Well, that's fun. I'm glad you had a good time. First kiss at a club. No high hopes for you there. But I'm glad you had a good time. And also agreed. Shaved face or women are nice to kiss. First kisses are always weird. Oh, yeah, they are. So much so that I reconsidered Alex after our first date because I was like, ugh, our kiss was awkward. My mom was like, just give it another chance. And I was like, yeah, but like, what if it's just awkward? She was like, it was just the first kiss. It's probably just you guys were both nervous. Goes on second date, ends up together forever. So, yeah, first kisses are always weird. I'm trying my hand at mosaic crochet for the first time. Pick in Discord. Oh, cool. Let's have a look. In the old Discord. Ye old Discord. Sid, I disagree. I love first kisses. Oh, yeah? Well, you can have all of mine because all of mine were awkward. Ooh, nice socks. Nice socks. Okay. And, ooh, nice pens. Good pens. Ooh, an alphabet of stones. Love that. And trying to find some things that don't have homes. Repotting some plants. And what am I looking for? Sorry. Trying my hand at mosaic. That's probably in crochet or our whips. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Wow, that looks awesome. I like the colors you chose. Pretty blanket. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, there we go. Very pretty. So uppotting my plants was a highlight, which is a vibe, honestly. But now my plants are all, like, I don't need to do anything to them until they go into the ground, which is exciting. And now I have so much bok choy, which I'm actually really excited about, honestly. I think, like, bok choy this year is going to be like how kale was for us last year. I do have some kale. I have bok choy, I have a lot of shisho, I have spicy globe basil, I have lots of bronze snapdragons, so there's just going to be a lot of snapdragons in our yard, which I'm totally okay with. It's easy once you get your head around the pattern. It's just single and double crochet. Oh, cool. I love that. I love patterns that are easy but look complicated, like the front post, back post, or like the waffle stitch. When you look at it and you don't know what you're doing, you're like, wow, that's complicated. And then when you do it, you're like, it's actually just really simple steps. You just have to remember to repeat them. Excuse me. Anyway, I'll show you my plants next stream because there are some really good updates with my seedlings. They look awesome. And my marigolds look awesome. The castor bean is really it's something. It's a very large baby plant. Like, the seed is big, but the baby plant that comes out of that seed is like, there's so much energy inside of that seed for it to just push out such large baby leaves. But I'm excited for it, even though I don't think I'll have the space to actually have a castor bean plant make it to full size or anything. It'll still be fun to enjoy. Waffle cloth is great in the shower, by the way. Oh, cool. Good to know. I do like the waffle stitch. I feel like the waffle stitch would make a really good, like, almost jacket, you know? Like something really chunky for winter. Or even like a couch pillow would be cool in the waffle stitch. You can have mine as well. And I've been working on my granny square rectangular afghan. Patty says pick in Discord. Okay, let's have a look. Is it in whips also? Ooh, looking good. Oh, that looks great, Patty. Love that. Oh, excuse me. Beautiful. I've got to go now. It was lovely hanging out with you all. Okay, bye, B. Have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to like the video before you head out so that the YouTube algorithm gods remember that I'm real. I'm still here, YouTube. I just took a few days off. Please don't penalize me permanently. And waffle cloth. What else would a waffle cloth be good for? A couch pillow, a heavy sweater. Totally. All the yarn is free, so it matches perfectly. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I like mismatched yarn. I don't find any issue with it. I like having patchwork vibes on a lot of my crochet things. The only reason I don't like lots of yarn changes in knitting so far is because I find it difficult to hide the tail. So for me, it feels difficult because of the tail. So I'm currently knitting, but I'm crocheting. I'm going to be filming another baby crochet pattern. I'm supposed to film Mondays, but I'm not finished editing, so it's going to be tomorrow that I film. But I'm going to film, to go with this, baby scratch mitts. I'm going to do booties and a hat and maybe a diaper cover, depending on how much yarn I have left over. But I'm going to just do a matching set in the mossy green with the pink trim because I think it's cute. Hey there, Jessica. Good morning. Don't forget to like the video on your way in. Please and thank you. I mean, if you like being here, that is. So the video for tomorrow, I'm trying to trim it down. It's about 15 minutes right now. And I'm going to try and trim it down to like 12 minutes because it looks like all of the channels that I watch seem to have 12-minute or 22, 23-minute videos. Like, I think there's something I don't know that's going on in the back end of YouTube that other people have figured out, and 12 minutes seems to be one of those things. When I scroll through my subscription page, I see a lot of 12 minutes. So I think there's something to be said about that. We shall see, though. But I'm going to finish that today, and that way tomorrow there will be a baby tutorial, and then I'll be making the next baby tutorial, and we will just... And this tutorial that's coming out is like really close up and really detailed, and I go through some stitches, so like I feel like it's a tutorial on single crochet also. Which one do you like better, crocheting or knitting? Crocheting, most definitely, Jessica. Crocheting is always going to be #1 for me. Knitting is just hard, so I want to practice. Add breaks and mid-rolls. Yeah, but it must be a cutoff or something. 12 minutes is the right number of minutes for maybe 2 ad breaks instead of just 1 ad break. Don't know. Hey there, Mary Grace. Hey there, hey, how are ya? Welcome back. We had a rock moment this morning. I hope that you guys enjoyed that, because I did. That was a nice relaxing vibe to just look at rocks. But yeah, no, definitely crochet. Jessica. Crochet 100%. I love how knitting looks, but crochet is my preferred yarn medium. I learned to knit one day a couple years, and I've not touched a crochet hook since. Oh yeah? So now you've become a knitter? I'm not there yet. I still love crochet, but I do want to love knitting. Because I love what knit garments look like, but I don't currently love knitting, so I'm working on loving knitting, you know? I feel like if I practice, I will like it better, because I'll feel more successful at it. But it takes so darn long to make anything, and it's scary when you drop a stitch. There's just things that are not a problem in crochet are a problem in knitting. But it uses like no yarn. Like for knitting, you could make way more stuff from the same amount of yarn, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I know the mid-roll at 10-minute thing, but I don't know why 12 minutes, not 14 minutes. Like a lot of people in my subscription page had 12-minute videos in the last like 3 weeks. So chill, dude. It's like a Monday morning. Yeah, I need to learn to knit for like transitional pieces. I feel like crochet has me covered for winter and summer. Yeah, crochet I feel like it's perfect. I like how knit looks. Knit has a beautiful, like the stockinette stitch for me is just like, it looks so pretty. Doesn't it look so pretty? It's just a vibe that I want in my life. Yeah, more details to learn, absolutely. And like crochet can be complicated if you want it to, but knit can't really be simplified. Like crochet can be simplified to just doing a single crochet. Like single crochet back and forth is so straightforward. Even the most basic knitting is not really that straightforward to me. I spent last week making the first body piece of my hexagon sweater. Oh, that's awesome, Melanie. How's it looking? That's exciting. I did a lot of knitting on camera, and then frogging on camera, and then knitting again on camera, and then frogging again on camera. It's gonna be like an actual hell to edit the video of the sweater because of how many times I had to frog and re-knit and frog. By the time I actually got to the right thing, I was quite frustrated. I'm thinking of learning tatting too. Ooh, that's cool. That's an exciting endeavor. Small and finicky, but interesting. Crystal, what are you knitting, Laura? I'm knitting in the round something that is about the width of a sleeve, so I'm assuming it's a sleeve. I am not sure that it's a sleeve, but I am assuming that it's a sleeve based on I made another one already. So I made this, and it's wide enough to be a sleeve. So my thought is that I'm gonna make 2 of them, and then the body piece, like a bottom up knitted sweater. That's what I was thinking. Here's the first piece that I did. Looks cute. Good vibes. And now I'm doing the second one. I'm just doing in the round knitted. Because I went to the thrift store a couple of weeks ago and I found these knitting needles that were on a short cable. So I'm able to knit in the round without having like the cable jutting out doing the whole magic loop thing. Instead, I'm able to just knit around and I don't have as much corrections to do. I don't need to like think, which I also appreciate. Just practicing knitting continental just to get better at it. Jessica, love the colors. Me too. I like the colors of these ones. I wasn't sure how it would look knitted because it doesn't look like this crocheted at all. It doesn't look anything like this when it's crocheted because the crochet uses so much more yarn. But that's one of the cool things about knitting. You get different pooling than you would if you crocheted with it. Quite neat though. Absolutely. Trying to think what else I can tell you about. Oh, I decorated a bunch more in my area because all of the decorations in my room are behind me. Like most of my decor is on the wall behind me because that way you guys can see it and it shows up in videos when I film it. And I mean, I see it when I'm walking around. But when I'm sitting on my computer, I'm facing a gray wall, a door frame, and another gray wall. So I decorated the gray wall beside me with lots of little things. Like I've got sage bundles hanging, a dream catcher of framed embroidery, some plants just hung upside down, and something I made for the wedding, like a crown type thing that the veil attaches to, and then some beachy things like a rock and some corks and a seashell hanging. And then across from me I made a tapestry, so I took one of my hand-dyed fabrics that I stamped with chickens and flowers and stuff. I sewed all of the edges closed, and then I made a channel in the top and a channel in the bottom. In the bottom channel, I put like sticks, like long metal skewer things to weigh it down, and then I hammered it in at the top in 2 spots, so it's like a hanging tapestry. And then I hung 2 plants, a spider plant and a croton, from hanging planters, and then another embroidery detail up there. So now I have like beautiful things when the direction I'm facing. So I know there's beautiful things behind me, but when I'm like sitting here editing, it's been just like gray in front of me. So I made it so that now there's like green and rainbow in front of me so that I can cure my depression. Hopefully. That's the plan. And that's something else that I did. I redecorated my room a little. I added more plants to Alex's room, and I also put up a mirror in Alex's room, which is very exciting. A mirror that's been due to be hung up for a while. I finally hung it up there. I'm hoping that I hung it up safely enough, because I just used nails. I'm hoping that'll be fine. I should have used screws, and I didn't, but it's probably fine. But yeah, I added like a few more plants to his room as well, but my room now has the correct amount of plants. Ooh, you saw a deer. That's cool. I do love when you get to see a deer. Deers are very beautiful. What does Millicent do when she sees a deer, Frida? Does she bark at them? Or does she just look at them inquisitively? Thunder would lose his mind. He saw a deer once when we went camping, and he lost his mind. The deer was being like so quiet and so not bothering anybody, and then it ran away when Thunder freaked out at it. It was very close. Millicent wanted to run with it. They're gonna go run together. Beautiful. When Mabel sees a deer, she about falls over like a tipped cow. Does it freak her right out? Just completely amazed. What even is going on? Deer are wild. They're such a wild thing to just have roaming around. Like, I don't understand that we just have a wild animal that's large and just sometimes completely invisible. It's like they disappear for weeks at a time and then they just show up again. But they were there the whole time. They existed somewhere. I find them to be very weird. I find the idea that there are wild animals, like, I don't live in a, like, even rurally, the fact that there's just wild, large animals seems bizarre. Like bunny rabbits and squirrels, fine. Deer? Wow. Coyotes? Wow. Like wolves, bears? I can't even imagine. Yeah, when I got to Scotland, deer were so cool to see. They are. They're like quite magical looking. They really have like a ethereal vibe to them, I feel like. You see a deer and you feel like you've been blessed. Or at least I feel like I've been blessed. Especially if I'm alone in the forest. If I see a deer, it's like I've been chosen. The only reason a deer is anywhere near me is because they chose to be, because they could tell I was here. I'm not quiet enough to sneak up on a deer. But if a deer has chosen to walk in front of me and like walk by me, it means they knew before I even saw them, they knew I wasn't a danger, you know? The only place I'd ever seen them before was a venison farm. Why, venison farm? There's farms for deer for meat? I mean, okay, that makes sense, but that's weird. I didn't really realize that. Venison, for me, feels like a hunted meat. I wonder if it changes the flavor of the meat because they are not hunted, because they're like a domesticated deer. Or even if they're not domesticated, they're eating a consistent thing, you know what I mean? As opposed to deer in the wild are eating whatever they find. Some tulips in Frida's case. Probably lots of other plants that they shouldn't be eating. Yeah. Because deer definitely has a very specific taste. And I wonder if that fades with... Like, does bison taste different than cow? Like, or, you know what I mean? Like, the wild version tastes different than the domesticated version. I wonder if deer are the same. Yes, there's a venison farm in Australia because they're not allowed to be in the wild. They have a free-range farm a few hours south of Perth. Oh, they're not allowed to be in the wild because they would take over, the kangaroo stuff. Because kangaroos are just like your deer. Your weird, weird deer. Why are kangaroos, please? Why? Why is there a deer that is also a marsupial? Why did they make a marsupial deer? That was a weird decision, Australia. Your weird landmass making animals that don't make sense anywhere else. They're everywhere here. They eat people's plants. I would love to see a picture the next time you can catch one, Frida, of the deers that you see. I mean, like, we have deer. I'm sure there's differences in the type of deer that we have versus you. We have, like, white-tailed deer. They all look exactly the same. They're brownish gray, and they have white tails. The babies look like Bambi. But I wonder what your deer look like, if they're any different. They destroy the environment, yeah, just like everything else we've introduced. Yep. Madagascar, anyone? No apex predator? Cats. Introduce cats. bring cats anywhere. Cats and rabbits just ruin things. Snakes, cats, rabbits, stop bringing them places they don't belong. Florida, example. Madagascar, example. Did you know that the Norwegian contribution to the Eurovision Song Contest is called Give That Fox a Banana? Okay, give that fox a banana. Thank you, Norway, for your help. I appreciate Norway making an effort. They came out. They showed up. That's what's important, Frida. That's funny though. Give that fox a banana. Are the Norwegians okay? Are they doing all right? I love the TikTok, the area of TikTok called "Are the Straights Okay?" Always makes me laugh. Oh, they made an effort. It's a yellow effort. We have red deer and roe deer in Scotland. They're huge, and there's reindeer in a reservation too. Yeah, we have reindeer like as kept animals here. They're not wild here reindeer. They are like at the zoo or the reservation type, like they're animal reservations. Like they're not just wild. Here I'm pretty sure we only have white-tailed deer wildly, and moose in certain areas. No moose where I live, not at all. Norwegians are great. They're very humorous people. Are they? Are Swedish people humorous, or are they more serious? Because I feel like the Swedish actors that I watch in interviews, like the Skarsgård brothers, they're all very kind of like serious or like muted. Are they different? Is it different, or is that like the personality of... Are Norwegians more vibrant in personality than I keep saying Scottish, Swedes? We are very sarcastic. Oh yeah? So the dry humor. It's weird how not okay some straights can be. It is weird how not okay some straights can be, but I do love when TikTok makes it, or even Reddit, are the straights okay? Just some of the things just make me go like, ugh. Like, they make me cringe, but they also make me laugh. Which is kind of some of my favorite type of laughing. The cringy laughing. Honestly, sometimes cringing can be good. And the Reddit community of Are the Straights Okay is where the cringing is good. Posted a pic of the size of a red deer. Is it red, first of all? Is it a red deer? Holy, that is bigger. That's a bigger deer. That's a red deer. That's a white-tailed deer. Okay, white-tailed deer are a little bigger than that, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe I'm not as big as the outline of the person. I think Norwegians are more vibrant. Swedes are more fashionable. Like, we have a reputation to uphold, but we love British dry humor. Okay, cool. Swedes must be wearing clean, all black, good shoes. I know Europeans wear good shoes, like nice shoes, I mean. Like, they have shoes that are for the purpose of walking and being seen in, as opposed to like me, who has like 2 pairs of shoes. One are boots and one are shoes, and they are used for all of the things that boots would be for, or all of the things shoes would be for. When I went to Europe last, stuck out like a sore thumb with my running shoes. This is Swedes. Uh-oh. Oh, excuse me. Let me see. Nope, I can't click the link, Frida. Sorry. I tried. It didn't work for me. It redirects me to my YouTube studio. Posted a pic of the yarn I'm processing. Okay, let me have a look. Did you do it in live stream? Okay, thanks, Frida, for posting it there. Ooh, raw fleece. Look at all the steps. Oh my god, look how good that yarn is looking. Alex, that looks great. Wow, it's so beautiful. You're an artist. Yeah, I'd never wear running shoes for anything other than running. That would feel so weird. Yeah, I just wear running shoes for everything. Running shoes or boots. Like, I have my my one pair of Timberland boots, and I wear them fashionably and functionally. I wear them when I'm being fashionable, and I wear them as work boots because they are work boots, but also they're pretty. And then I have Keds for general daily wear is Keds, and then running shoes for like if I'm going to be doing a lot of walking. Thanks, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it looks like a lot of work, but it's exciting because you're going to make yarn that you're then going to make into a thing, and you'll be able to be like, yeah, I took fleece from a sheep and made this beautiful sweater. That's what it's good for the vibe, Alex. It's going to be a good vibe. It's definitely a lot of work though. Worth it. Worth it. Oops, I never posted my progress. Let's have a look at it then, Melanie. I'm going to open Discord. I'm waiting. Are you going to put it in whips or in live stream discussions? Because where do I click? Ugh. My old lady back is not ready. Oh, wow. That looks beautiful. It matches mine. It like, is it the same yarn as mine? It matches mine. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'd wear Keds because they work the casual vintage outfits, and that's kind of my vibe. Fair. I watched the clip again and giggled by myself, Frida. Well, I'll watch it after the stream because it doesn't want to, when I click links, it redirects me to the YouTube studio, which is not helpful. But I shall watch. For giggles. I could use giggles more. Though I've been social enough. I saw my parents on Friday, I saw my sister on Saturday, and I went to the beach with my friend on Sunday. That's like pretty social, if I say so myself. Melanie, your progress picture is wonderful. Very nice to see that hexagon sweater. When people like race down my street, I'm like, dude, there's like a light. You're racing between two lights. You're not going to make both of them. They're just going to fail. Frida, I wear running shoes almost always because they're comfy and stylish. Totally. It's not the same colorway, but the same type. Opal sock yarn in one of the rainforest ones. Well, it's beautiful. And we're gonna match. We're gonna have matching sweaters. That'll be fun. It's raining in Ohio, Jessica said. What is it doing here today? It's just gray. The sun has not been out and about in a while here. It's been like cloudy, overcast. Maybe it's gonna rain. Oh no, it's sunny for a second. Just kidding, now it's raining. It's been like that for a while. Put the clip in Discord. Okay, cool. Thank you, Frida. I will check it. But yeah, it's just been crappy weather, which probably didn't help with the whole like depressed week. But you know, spring is here. It's almost here. It's almost time to start doing outside jobs. I have to pull out all of the old garden stuff. I have to be outside more, which is good. I'm not going to watch it during the stream, Frida, but I'll watch it right after. I will. For the giggles. I would like the giggles. I just don't want the audio getting caught on my YouTube and then getting me demonetized because Laura needs the monetize. She needs the money. She works hard for the money. You know? Or she shows rocks for the money. Here are my rocks. YouTube, please pay me $1 million, please. But thank you, Frida. I will watch it, I promise. Thank you so much. I loved the tie-dye vibe, and it's so fun to work with. Right? You don't get sick of it because it's beautiful colors repeated. Repeated beautiful colors, fine. Single beautiful color, not fine. I need color vibes. Oh, what I was trying to say before, though, about the baby blankets that I showed you, I'm going to do some natural dye videos with them. Because I actually did a deep dive into my analytics. And do you want to know who my prime viewer is? I wrote down who she is, because this is who my prime viewer is. My prime viewer is a female between 18 and 24 or between 25 and 34. 22% of my audience is between 25 and 34. My prime viewer is a female between 25 and 34 who lives in the USA, who is online from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., most interested in natural dye, second most interested in crochet, and usually they view videos that are 5 minutes long. So she is who I'm making videos for now. That is my prime viewer. That is the highest percentage of my viewership fits under those categories. So that's who I'm going to be moving forward a little bit angled towards. Cool. Yeah, right, I'm leaving, not me. You're still welcome. Please stay. Raven, it me. Yay! Well, anyway, I realized I haven't done any natural dye in a little while, so those baby blankets are perfect because baby blankets are useful, and also natural dye is fun. Lol, I'm way off your chart. You're still invited. I'm just telling you what the analytics say. It doesn't mean that's everyone. It just means the highest percentage of people fall into that umbrella. So if 100 people were in a room, what was it, 22 plus 18, 40% of people in that room would fit into that category. 60% would fit into other categories, but the most of one group is that group. To be honest, it was a little emotional seeing CJ and chats from Dina. Yeah, same. I can't do that. I can't go back and watch the streams where CJ's there and where we're hanging out with Dina, and when we're on the farm, I can't watch them. So that's a time that we just kind of I can't go back yet. I'm a very nostalgic person. I love going back and looking at the past. I love talking about memories of the past, as you guys may recognize by how I hang out here. But yeah, I can't go back and look at that stuff yet. It really it hurts, and I can't do it. And good day, Laura. Hey there, Jay. Sleepless in Australia. I hope you've been well and finding peace. Thank you. Well, glad to have you here, and sorry that you're sleepless, but glad to have you here anyway. Michelina, did you know that it snowed for a couple of days in the beginning of April in Poland? It was a true April Fool's. It felt like December when I came back. Ugh, that sucks. I mean, good April Fool's, because at least hopefully it's melted by now, but I'm done with snow. I'm sure that it's going to snow again before spring actually comes here, but we should be out of the false starts pretty soon. Spring should really be here soon. Did a stream member pass away? Yes, Dina. I have a plant named Dina. Dina was part of the stream for a couple of years, every single day here, every single day hanging out with us, and then we found out from her family member that she had gotten sick with the panorama, and we got updates over the course of a couple of weeks, and then she passed away. It was very surreal and confusing and sad, but also really confusing for a lot of us, I'm sure. It was definitely weird for me. It was the first time I experienced anything like that, so I didn't really understand exactly how I was feeling. It was very odd. It was sad, obviously, but it was also a very weird feeling, because it was like explaining it to my parents, like, I'm sad because someone passed away. You don't know them. You don't know anything about them. No, I've never met them in person. But they hung out with me every single day for 2 years. Like, you get connections, you know? I tried to get my 19-year-old niece, Frida said, who just started to crochet, interested. She was not impressed by your follower number. Rude. My follower number is not good enough for her. She needs it to be in the millions. Well, if she would subscribe, I would be closer to 100,000. And first of all, rude. I am also not impressed by my subscriber number, but I'm not 100% in charge of that. If you subscribe, I'll have more subscribers. Hello. Jay, I'm shocked and sad to hear that. I remember her. Yeah. I'm sorry that this is how you're finding out, because this happened back in the summer. Yeah, like I think this was in like maybe late July. Oh, Dina? Yes, Dina. Indeed. Her family was also confused about how many online friends she had that all of a sudden were very concerned. Well, yeah, because it's weird. It's weird. It's a weird dynamic. It's still not a normal, it's still not in the grand scheme of relationships a normal dynamic. So it's like, it would be weird for them because they would have not known any of us, right? It made my niece look at your patterns at least. Well, thank you for that. But I can only be a reliable, awesome YouTuber if more people subscribe. So subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Hello. I show off my rocks. I knit. I crochet. I draw. I dye yarn. I do natural dye and embroidery and sewing. And I complain an awful lot, and I talk an awful lot. So if you need someone to just drone on in the background while you're cleaning or washing your dishes, I'm your girl. I'm here for you. It snowed here yesterday, Melanie said. Really? It hasn't snowed here in a bit. At least not that I noticed. I was pretty depressed last week, so there's a possibility it snowed more than I knew. Because I wasn't really all here, but I don't think it snowed. And thank you for trying, Frida, for trying to share the love, spread the love, the LML love. Tell your kids, tell your wife, tell everybody. Yeah, it snowed here last week, but it only lasts a day. I still don't want it. I still don't want it at all. 5 centimeters of snow for most of last week. Sun now, though. Well, that's... At least there's sun. We have no sunlight here. It's dark and gray. Well, it's not dark, but it's not bright either. Just gray. Alright, guys, it's 12. I'm gonna head out of here now. Time for me to go and finish editing the video so that patrons can get it early still. And then we'll do the tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. The video is going to come out. And then we can talk. Didn't get very far on this, but that's okay. Tell them to join so they can all be a Laurelite as well as the rest of us. A Laurelite. Yes, you are Laurelites. Laura. Yep, I got nothing. Have a great day, Laura. You too, Alex. Have a great rest of your day. And to all of you, have a really good rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Let's have a big drink. Go take your pills if you haven't taken your meds for the day. Please go do that. It's important to do for your mental health, or you will go on a spiral, and that is not good. So take your meds, drink some water. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have a video come out. So come on back here at 9 o'clock, and we can hang out. Okay, thanks for coming. Thanks to all my patrons. I love you guys. Bye.